Hello everyone. This video covers the 2025 ICSE Board Computer Applications MCQs. If you're preparing for your board exam, then first, pause and try to solve each question by yourself. After that, watch the solution part where every answer is explained with proper logic and examples. This will really help you understand the pattern and avoid common mistakes. And yes, don't forget to write your total marks in the comments. Tell us how many answers you got correct out of the full set. Let's begin. If you are preparing for the board exam, pause the video and write your answers. Character class methods are found in the java.lang package because the java.lang package contains fundamental classes required for Java programs such as string, math, system, and character. Now come to question number 2. The ASCII value of capital Z is 90, so answer is 90 plus 32 equals 122. The ASCII code represents characters in numerical form. The ASCII code for capital letters A to Z ranges from 65 to 90. For small letters A to Z, the ASCII code ranges from 97 to 122. And for digits 0 to 9, the ASCII code ranges from 48 to 57. This encoding helps computers understand and process characters efficiently. Now, let's move to question number 3. The number of elements in the array is 4. And these elements are of double data type. Since the size of a double data type is 8 bytes, the total memory occupied by the array is 4 times 8 equals 32 bytes. Here are 8 primitive data types, their size and default values, which are very important for all exam. Now, let's move to question number 5. This is a two-dimensional array where there are 2 rows and 3 columns. The barcode scanner is located at row 1, column 1. Since array indexing starts from 0, the correct answer is P1, 1. Now, let's move to question number 6. The question asks which of the following is a user-defined data type: array, double, class, or boolean. There are 8 primitive data types in Java, as explained earlier: byte, short, int, long, float, double, char, and boolean. User-defined data types are created by the programmer using classes, objects, arrays, and strings. So, the correct answer is array and class. Now, let's move to question number 7. In option B, the initial value of I is 2. First iteration, I is equal to 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 1. Second iteration, I is equal to minus 1 minus 3 is equal to minus 4. This pattern continues, and I will never become 0. Since the loop condition is I not equal to 0, it never stops executing, making it an infinite loop. So, the correct answer is option B. Now, let's move to question number 8. Math.max, -7, math.min, -5, -4. First, solve math.min, -5, -4. The minimum value between -5 and -4 is -5. Now, evaluate math.max, -7, -5. The maximum value between -7 and -5 is -5. So, the final answer is -5. Now, let's move to question 9. The given object creation statement is game cricket is equal to new game. The correct syntax for object creation in Java is class name object name is equal to new class name. Here, game is the class name and cricket is the object. So, the correct answer is option C. Now, let's move to question 10. The question asks, post office is an dash access specifier. The correct answer is option A, public, because a public access specifier allows access from anywhere in the program. Just like a post office, which is accessible to the public, public members in Java can be accessed from any class. So, the correct answer is public. Question 11. Assertion and reason in switch case. Assertion. Break statement avoids fall-through in a switch case. True. Reason. Break statement helps to execute only one case at a time. True. Since the break statement prevents execution from continuing into the next case, both the assertion and reason are correct, and the reason correctly explains the assertion. In Java, the break statement is used in a switch case to prevent fall-through. If you don't use break, Java will continue executing all the following cases, even if only one matches. This is called fall-through. Let's look at an example. If day is equal to 2, and you write a switch statement without a break, it will print both Tuesday and Wednesday, because Java keeps going after the matching case. But if you use a break after each case, the switch will stop as soon as it finds a match. So in this corrected version, when day is equal to 2, it will print only Tuesday and stop there. This is why we use break, to stop execution after a matching case and avoid fall-through. Question 12. Identifying the programming construct. A physical education teacher asking students to do a side stretch 10 times represents a repetitive action. In programming, loops are used for repetition. Among the given options, for loop is the correct answer, as it is specifically used when the number of repetitions is known, in this case, 10 times. So, the correct answer is option for loop. Now question 13. Index of the last element in an array. Answer. Index of the last element in an array is the length of array -1. So answer is option D, whereas option C is the length of a string. Now question number 14. Assertion. A. A clock is a real-life example of nested loops. True, the movement of the minute hand, 60 steps per hour, and our hand, 12 steps per cycle, represents a nested structure, similar to how loops work in programming. Reason. R. The hour hand moves through 12 positions, while the minute hand moves through 60 positions within each hour. True, this correctly describes how a clock functions, supporting the assertion. Correct answer. A. Both A and R are true, and R is a correct explanation of A. Question number 15. Which method overloading case causes a compile time error? Rule. Overloaded methods must have different parameter lists. D is the correct answer because void test, int A, and int test, int A, have the same parameter list, int A. Only the return type is different, but method overloading does not consider return type. This will cause a compile time error. Other options, A, B, and C, are valid method overloading cases because their parameter lists are different. Now, let's move to question 16. The correct answer is C, double-dot-pastable, 25, which converts the string 25 into a double value 25.0. Next, question 17. The for loop has a semicolon after it, meaning it acts as an empty loop and does not execute any statements inside. It runs from p is equal to 4, decreasing by 2 each time, until p is equal to 0. After the loop, the two print statements execute. The first system.out.print, p, prints 0, but stays on the same line because it doesn't have ln. The second system.out.println, p, prints another 0, moving to a new line. So, The final output is 0, 0, both zeros appearing on the same line. In question number 18, there are backslash before it and after elders. There is also a backslash before S, so the output is option B with double quote and single quote. These are escape sequence characters. Remember all these characters with meanings. Now come to question number 19. In Java, the compare to method compares strings lexicographically. It returns 0 if both strings are equal. It returns a positive value if the first string is greater, that is comes after the second string in dictionary order. It returns a negative value if the first string is smaller, that is comes before the second string. 4. Anger. Compare to angel. The comparison starts character by character. Anger and angel are identical up to ANGE. The difference occurs at R. ASCII value 1982 and L. ASCII value 76. 82 minus 76 equals 6, so the result is 6, positive value. Thus, anger is lexicographically greater than angel, and the output is 6. Explanation for question 20. Factorial calculation. The correct order of statements for calculating the factorial of 4 follows a structured approach. Correct order: 3, 1, 4, 2. This sequence ensures correct execution, first declaring variables, running the loop, updating the factorial, and finally returning the result.